Hi Virgo Moons, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care 144, very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Virgo, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread, love, money, and you, and then I will clarify those 3 cards with the major arcana. And at the end of your reading, I will do an overall card using the Moonology Oracle cards. I've already pre-shuffled all of the decks. I will shuffle the first deck a few more times, split the deck, and we'll begin your reading. All right, so we got the Hangman here. I'm just getting you taking a pause. I'm hearing it's been a whole lot for you. So this being an opportunity for you to take time for yourself, to have rest, and to see the light from within yourself, to receive the best guidance for you, but also you're manifesting and bringing in greater abundance here and having to be in this hangman position in order to do so. This being a part of your calling here. And then for some of you, I'm also getting that this could be someone who is displaying hangman energy towards you. But in doing so, I feel that you're okay with this because you know that they're going to know the truth from within themselves and do what's best for them, following their mind, their heart, body, and soul. It all coming together and things happening the way that they're supposed to. This being divine energy overall. This being a card of 12, a very powerful and magical number coming together to create a 3, which is a very strong number for you. That also being a card of Pisces. So for most of you, I'm getting that being a part of you being in your power, with Pisces being polarity energy for you. Highly divine and spiritual. Heaven sent. Virgo moons. Virgo moons. Love, money, and you. All right, this seems to go nice here. We'll leave this here. I may move it just so we can have more space for the cards. Your first card, no reversals. We have the Queen of Swords, and this being in the love section here. So that being about that hangman energy, it's been a whole lot and this Queen of Swords is one who has gone through a whole lot of that being wavy bullshit is what I'm hearing. And I'm so sorry. It's not fun. I'm not laughing at, it's very funny how I heard that and how that came through. So this being swords energy, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But you being strong in your power. For some, you may be seen as a bitch, but this is just being about how powerful it is that you are. You're really not caring because you're doing what's best for you. You're not lessening yourself. You're not lessening your standards. You're not settling for less either. You know that you rightfully deserve the best and shall have it. And with this huge boundary that's been set, I do feel that you're very welcoming. But as soon as you see any kind of frolicking that is on a low vibe nature, you're cutting it off. You're also standing in truth and representing truth. I feel like you're really living your best life and enjoying yourself, and this being a part of the reason that you're protecting yourself here too with this sword and having strict boundaries. And again, this Queen of Swords has gone through a lot, so there may be a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to you, everyone around you who may have a different perspective on you, not really realizing what it is that you've gone through because you don't blur everything out. You don't put everything in the headlines, as you know, when it comes to your life and what takes place with you. It's meant to be, you know, with those and around those that are a part of your life on your path at that particular time. You don't broadcast it. I'll say that. This is a part of Empress energy here. And I feel in doing so here too, it's also allowing you to welcome in what is welcoming for you, if that makes sense. What it is that you want, and you focusing on that. That's awesome. All right, let's see what we have for money. It's like this can be very cold, but it's very loving. This is a queen energy, and it takes so much to get to the queen status. And I do feel that, you know, with you setting those standards, that appreciation is most definitely coming to you, where you are being met with a like energy that is more than suitable for you and is going to see you through and give you a lot of happiness. It being something stimulating here too, I do feel you may have been dealing with individuals that weren't on the same level as you, or the same page, and really manifesting and wanting a connection that's elevated and communicative on a whole different level here. For your for your money card. Yeah, get it. So you just being in a beautiful place, you taking care of your business, and because of this, again, it's where you set those standards. And I do feel that this Queen of Swords kind of applies across the board, even though this is in love, but you being a true boss here, making things happen, going for what you know. I feel this is great alignment energy here too, with the moon currently being in Aries. Very stable energy as well. Possibly having, you know, a lot on your plate, but you being very successful at what it is that you do. So with the Emperor energy, this could also be about someone who is a boss in your life as well. And with their presence being here, I do feel there's a strong connection of a stable relationship that is working together in great partnership, where I'm getting 2 and 2 coming together to create that 4 energy there. So wholeness with the 2 and you, and then wholeness in the 2 with another, and that coming together to create this great stability here. But with this being in the money section, I feel, you know, this most definitely coming out as your energy here, and you seeing this energy on the outside. And I was getting that here with the Queen of Swords, where you're not settling for less because you have elevated yourself and put yourself in a pretty position of abundance, and doing what it takes to maintain that, increase on that, and keep it safe. There's a strong Aries. This is a card of Aries, and I'm just getting, you know, you really going after what it is that you want. So we do have masculine and feminine energy here, where I'm getting that being connected to the overall stability from within yourself, and how powerful it is that we have the Emperor and then the Queen of Swords. So you just knowing your great magician powers and how to use the tools that you need at the times that you need it. But being very strong in the money section, where I'm also getting this being connected to great wealth, and it took a lot to get here. I do remember doing the Love, Money, and You readings for you some time back, and there being a lot of deception, a lot of unfairness, and a lot of imbalance. Libra energy being connected to this as well, where that's very important for you. Major boss energy here. That's beautiful there. One who's also seen as a very productive and highly successful person too. And it's not necessarily about how it is that you're being seen. Of course, you love that. But I feel it's more important for you to know this for yourself. And the Emperor does make up all 4 kings, as the Empress makes up all 4 queens. In the You section, protecting what it is that you have. This is more Emperor energy. You really ain't playing. You really are not playing here. 4 of Pentacles, and this is Emperor energy here. Very similar. But this is minor arcana energy that we have here, and I feel it just confirms the safety and protection and you really doing what it takes to keep what it is that you have and what you gain and what you continue to gain and grow on safe. Being stable, that 4 energy connected to that. And this also being about matters of the home. So not only, you know, when it comes to your career and your finances, you feeling this way when it comes to your home too. And there being strong love connected to this with that 4th house energy of Cancer coming through, connected to that, and deep emotion about how it is that you feel because of what it is that you've gone through in the past, and you learning your lessons, and now being in setting yourself up in a beautiful position here of boss energy, as we have 2 energies of the Emperor here that have come out consecutively for different sections of your life here. So this is beautiful here. Pentacles is earth energy, your energy, and then also Capricorn and Taurus. And we do have the energy of the Emperor here and the Taurus energy, with this being the 2nd card here. The Magician energy being connected here to the 3rd card, with that being 3rd house energy of Gemini. Aries being connected to this here. Safe and protecting of what it is that you have. Some of you may be on the outskirts of the city, where you're close to the city, but not quite in the, like I'm getting this being like downtown area. And just being on a golden path here too. I was trying to feel and see if I'm getting like water at all with this, but it just being a real straight gold path. And I feel that's a part of the foundation that you've built up for yourself. Having both feet on these 2 pentacles here, where I'm getting that being even more of a stable groundedness. Possibly connected to healing energy. I am getting that being connected to your polarity energy of Pisces. And that being connected also to the way that it is that you've been gloriously manifesting, using your shadow energy and your Pisces energy. So what it is that you went through in the past just help you to come closer into that Piscean energy, to really know that you are limitless and you can do what it is that you want and create what it is that you want. And you're also creating the energy of you being very safe and protective when it comes to your finances and your home, and also yourself here. You're protecting yourself there, as well as the pentacles being held over the heart, where I do feel you're also making a statement connected to money and love and the importance of money when it comes to matters of the heart, because I do feel that you've been hurt in connection to money and money being chosen over you. You just making a statement that money is not everything, and that you can take what it is that you have and increase on that and make it work to the best of your advantage and come out like a true shining boss here. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me scoot these over so we can have room. Let's get to your clarifiers. And clarify the Queen of Swords. Well, geez. And I just feel, you know, that falling over the 4 of Pentacles like that and the amount of what's here, that just speaking to all of the hard work that you've really been doing and how you're really setting standards and boundaries, where you may have had, you know, all kinds of energies with your healing energy and your helping and supportive, assistive energy. There being a lot of hands coming in for handouts, wanting handouts is what I'm getting. And you just setting standards and really standing your ground. When it comes to your prosperity, I'm also seeing this 4 and this 4 come together as an 8. And that being connected to your prosperity overall, and that also being connected to Scorpio energy too, with the 8th house energy and even a Fucus energy too. All right, let's get 1 card for the Queen of Swords. We have the Sun. So you reflecting the truth, being that great illuminator with that sword of truth being held there in the right hand. And I feel that's connected to the femininity from within oneself, with that being a Queen card. The air of the swords energy coming behind it. I'm just getting that air and that fire that's coming together here. And with this being in the love section, you being a very beautiful, smiling, bright, and happy energy. And that being part of the reason, too, that you have to be so protective when it comes to you, because you offer a lot of sunshine. I do feel with the sun energy here, too, that there's some kind of transformative energy that you provide. And it's like, like a magnetic glow that it's like, it has the senses connected to it, where I feel it's like a heightening energy, pheromone energy possibly. So you having a particular pheromone where it just automatically attracts all energies to you. And that being the reason why you're in that Queen of Swords there too, where I feel that you've been welcoming a whole lot in the past and now having to learn to not be so much so, and to do what's best for you. And you being an illuminator on that, and that being a part, like I feel like you're telling a story by being the example here and being the great illuminator here, that's causing and helping rebirth energy for others around you that may be on the other side of integrity and not being of integrity. This comes together to create overall 10 with the 19 energy here. The 1 and the 9 creating a 10, breaking down to an overall 1. And I'm just seeing too with the mask and the unmasking energy of you just really showing the truth of who it is that you are. If you've been mistaken as, you know, a very kind person, it's almost like, you know, don't let the nice fool you, because you really ain't playing. Like that really, that really wanted to come through pretty strongly there. And you being a great illuminator here, being the sun and providing very healing energy with your presence that can be very addictive. Let's get to your next clarifier. And with this masculine energy coming through connected to the feminine energy that's here, there may be a masculine energy, and you could be male or female, but masculine energy that is wanting to come through and unmask themselves, them being transformed by you standing up for yourself and setting boundaries and standing your ground and being welcoming, but having that knowing that, you know, or you're just giving the message that you're willing to use that sword at any point in time to do what's best for you. We'll clarify the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. All right, we'll take the one that flipped. We have the Moon. So you're very balanced here. And I do feel this Moon energy is also connected to that Piscean energy. And you being a great stable person, and how it is that you function and you flow. The Emperor energy can also be very stubborn. And I feel that there's you know, again, it just going back to the way that you're utilizing your tools. You're being very smart and using your intellect on your moves and how it is that you come into your success. It's a secret. You're not sharing. And you, and that did come through earlier, like whoever's meant and along your path, you're welcome, you know, to provide that information, but you're not broadcasting anything. And that is what I'm getting there with the Moon. They're just confirming that energy that was coming through. You don't broadcast everything. I feel that you lead by example very strongly, and that just being the strong message that's coming through here. So you have the power in that Emperor energy, and you know what to do. And I feel it's a blessing for others to be around you in order to receive the significance of the blessings that they get when they're connecting with you on their path and along your journey. This being a card of 18. So we have the Sun and the Moon energy. And I just feel that just speaks to the masculine and the feminine from within you as well. And very cool too that we have feminine energy here, but then we have strong masculine energy here. And that 1 and that 8 comes together to create a 9, where I'm getting this also being connected to you being a boss energy, with the occult energy coming through connected to Scorpio. And metaphysical energy here. So you being the boss when it comes to something in particular that's connected to the metaphysical world. But you could also be a part of 3D energy there too, as well, as I was getting this being also someone here too that may be someone who's a boss or a supervisor for you. And that person being in that same mannerism, again, you aligning yourself with very like energies. And so if you do have a boss or a supervisor, they are very happy to have you as a part of their team, and appreciate you because they see a lot of themselves in you, is what I'm getting there. And this just being a completely bomb and dope overall connection and environment and atmosphere. And the way that things are producing, it works, and it works beautifully. Those 2 feet right here, that Piscean energy being very strong there too. And I was getting that here, and that being a part of the secrecy and the mystery that lies in you, as well as to how it is that you have gained and maintained those pinnacles there that are under the feet. They're not here, but I feel that they are here. There's just a way that you, again, work your magic, and the way that you do things is very impressive. All right, let's clarify the 4 of Pentacles. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles. Well, look at there. You really are not playing. I love this. We have the Emperor. You have done so much work, and you've worked so hard to get where you are. You really are. This is that stubbornness. This is that stubbornness, but it's healthy stubbornness. You knowing how to deliver in a healthy way rather than a toxic way, which I feel is the example that you're setting, because you've dealt with toxic ways. And, you know, you really taking control and taking your power back by representing what a true boss is. And you just continue to show it, as we have the clarifying energy of an Emperor energy as the Emperor energy. So great stable energy here with the 4 and the 4 and the 4. That coming together to create that beautiful 12 energy of the Hangman that wanted to come through at the very beginning of your beautiful reading here. I mean, what more can I say? When it comes to you, you are truly a boss. A boss in your own right. You've done the work. You are making sure that you maintain it for sure, especially in the love department. Because I do feel you've also seen too that all of your connections affects your overall abundance here. So you really doing what it takes to make sure you're good in all sectors of your life, and you're very successful at it, as we have the sun and the moon. This is super magical. And then you have 3 emperors here representing you, but then also the energy that you are surrounding yourself with, which is, this is fantastic. I love your reading. Stable, stable, stable. Protecting self, home, love, career. You loving you and being the boss, the true boss. This is true boss behavior here in your own life. And they're all different energies. Like, even though these are Emperor energies, they all have a different presence in some kind of way here. And I feel that also speaks to the versatility from within you, and that beautiful mystery from within yourself, and that Pisces energy that is within you as well. And it's very magical. Very magical, because we have an Emperor here, very confident, front-facing. There's a large presence here, and this being in your money section here, where again I just feel, you know, you really are, you're not taking it anymore, and you have really bossed up to be the best person in your life, protecting your assets. And then in the you section, you know, we have a different energy, this being minor arcana, but it's still Emperor energy, which is completely fabulous here. You know, in that front facing again, but also making a clear statement about you not taking any shit, protecting your assets and also your heart, but most importantly, yourself. Also giving that knowing too that you're very much stable when it comes to your finances and your pinnacle, but that pinnacle also having to do with your overall abundance. Strong messages here. And then to clarify with this beautiful golden tarot energy of this emperor here, we have, you know, I'm getting contract energy connected to this, and you just making things happen in your life where you're bringing in more abundance for yourself. You're also in the position, even though this is in the love section, we have this energy of, you know, also focusing on your future. So paying attention to the details, that being, you know, your energy and how it is you're strong in that department. But we have that emperor doing this here with this energy of facing forward towards the future here, but also initiating action, and that being great fire here too. All of these cards are Aries energy. So that's speaking to the great magic that you are aligning yourself with the moon currently being in Aries right now. This is wonderful. Where there's a giving and receiving energy that I'm getting here, where you're making an offering, but you're also allowing yourself to receive, signing contracts where you know that you're going to be given back in return what it is that you've been getting. And then those 2 feet being very significant there, that coming through. And I just feel that that's speaking to your strong polarity energy of Pisces, and just even more of how balanced it is that you are, representing the shadow work, and you making that statement there too, that you've done the work and you know what you deserve and you're not settling for less. You built ultra stability. This is so beautiful. Let's get to your moon card to finish your reading, Emperors. For Virgo moons. Let's see if we can get one card. Virgo moons. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. That Libra being that scales energy of you being very balanced. Like, you really are not playing. I can't say that enough. I know it may sound super cliche, but it's very evident here with the 3 Emperor energy that we have here. Fabulous. Win-win outcome is forecast. Let me grab the reading. And the moon currently being in Aries, I will say that the polarity energy for Aries is Libra. You may have cusping energy when it comes to Libra, or just being embracing the energy of Libra, with Libra being the zodiac that comes next after you. All right, let me pause the music here. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship, or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season, and that totally came through for your reading. This is awesome. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. You're definitely on the right path. You know what you're doing here, because that totally came through. You're on it. Oh my gosh, I love you. All right, attune to the moon by letting go of that which is falling away. Additional meanings for this card. See the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. And now is a great time for a makeover. The teaching. No matter when you pull the full moon in Libra card, it encourages you to find balance between your desires and those of the people around you. Balance is a very Libran energy, and the full moon brings things to a peak. Dramas and upsets bring partnerships to the fore. Libra energy also brings love energy. Negotiations are easier. Virgo moons, this was your wonderful reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enjoyable, enlightening, and enriching for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.